Hello and welcome to Let's Chat About, where we chat about, I guess, favourite things or whatever I choose they can talk about in a sense. Uh, I'm your usual host, Dranking Thomas Hughes.
And I'm Zenith Fire, aka Conor O'Shea.
He's kindly joined me to kick off this new series of the month. Well, not series because we've already done the game one, but I mean new series in the sense that we're focusing more on other aspects than games. So
The extended series, second season.
yeah, second series. That makes a bit more sense there. Yeah, nice one there, Connor. And I chose you specifically, Connor, for this month because it's your birthday this month.
It is.
That's why.
That's why the end.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's why I chose this for this month. Yeah, I did it like this. That's why Hayden and James are in their spots.
Is it a treat? Is it?
Yeah. Alex is left. Alex one day feels left out because he's just in a random month that means nothing.
He should change his birthday. He should go back in time.
Well, the second series, as I kind of kindly put it for me, will focus more on live-action TV series. So that's going to be an interesting topic for people to try and pick and choose, especially when people that don't know much live-action TV series. Looking at the dead James there.
It's because I watch anime. That's all I watch.
That's what he asked me because there's anime count, and I was like, nope, that's a different category entirely. But yes, Connor, the simplest of questions here. What's your favourite live-action TV series?
Favourite, the simplest on my mind right now. It's got to be Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Top tier comedy.
I still haven't finished it. I've still got like another 2 series left.
I think I've got the last 2 seasons left, to be honest.
Okay, let's chat about Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I wish I got my Danny DeVito colouring, but no, it's just I can't be arsed. It's actually
You need to just go get the pillow and then edit, cut this bit out and pop it in.
I just realised it's literally. I don't knock everything over.
Right, just put that behind your head. Put it behind your head, and then just put this bit out, and then randomly just.
Your favourite one is just snorting some coke. Let's colour this in at some. There's a Wolverine one in there as well.
God the fuck!
This is literally what Hayden brought me for my birthday. She said no one's gonna beat this present, and I was like, oh my god. And I did.
You gotta put that behind your head, and then put this bit out, and then randomly it'll just appear there.
Just put that there. But yeah, obviously that's the thing. When we spoke about Doom, you had a lot more knowledge regarding Doom than I did. Although I played Doom before we did that chat, and I obviously finished the first game. Obviously, you're more of a Doom head than me.
Yeah.
But obviously, I actually sat through I think 11 series worth of this
in a while
2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks before then I started doing something else and then forgot about it and was like, okay, I need to go back to that at some point. I will at some point. So obviously I got a little bit more knowledge here. And the fact, come on, fucking Danny DeVito.
I mean, how long did it
I've literally got a pillow. It's just a bit bright because the light in there. I've got a pillow in the background, which is usually in the background. Usually turn around, so yeah, I have to censor it because nipples, big booby nipples. Hayden just thinks I've got an addiction with Danny DeVito. I don't know why. Look at the pillow and then look at the colouring book. That's all she keeps buying me at the moment. Is just Danny DeVito based stuff.
It's a good reason to watch Always Sunny.
Exactly. So obviously you recommended me watching from the second series when he comes into it, but I was like, okay, that's fine. I do obviously understand why, but I was like, I want to give it a shot from the first series, see if I can get into the characters and whatnot. And obviously I did, and I said you should watch the first series a lot more because it is actually a decent series. And then series 2 happens, and Danny DeVito's there, and it's fucking twice as good.
I think it's the scale of it's good anyway, and then Danny DeVito comes in, just shoots up.
He just stands in front of the car. And Charlie gets run over. Oh, I fucking love that. That kind of answers my second question then, doesn't it? What draws you to the show?
The main draw. It's the humour and Danny DeVito, but I feel like he brings the most. Even he could just walk past the camera every 2 seconds, he'd be fine. He's so he's just his height as well. Compared to everyone else, constantly just looking up at everyone.
It's not a question on here, but which episode with him in specifically that is you think it's his best one, one that he's gives everything and it's amazing.
I'm gonna have to give it to the wrestling one, just because it's the first episode I
Trash
ever
Man.
watched, and it was with him in. Like he comes out as a trash man, and he's like eating the apple, and he's like thrown up in the bin.
I agree. That's a good. I like the play one though. The Nightman play.
Yeah, that's right, man.
When he plays the troll. It's funny because I managed to fucking find a pre-order to the Funko Pops of them, of him as the troll.
I saw the Nightmare Mom with Mac.
Yeah, there's Mac. You can get Mac, Charlie, Dennis, D, and Frank, but D's difficult to get. The others you can sort of pre-order in places, but D's a difficult one to get as the princess.
Less printed, less popular character. She Big Bird.
Okay, so what makes this show like unique compared to other similar shows? Because obviously there's a lot of sort of these sort of types of comedies around and whatnot.
Yeah.
So what makes this a bit more unique?
They literally go against everything every comedy's ever done. Like they're literally so like there's just so many bad things. Like unreal. Like how many times have they done drugs or like I mean literally blackface in some episodes. Like,
Which got banned eventually.
Like that's insane. Like no other show's ever gonna do that. Like now anyway.
Right, exactly.
If they do it, it's not gonna go ahead very well. So.
Well, I can skip my next question because you've already answered my favourite character of the show question. Skip that one entirely. Okay, which is your like favourite overall series? Like one that is consistent throughout, like of the 14 series that did at the moment.
God, I feel like every series is quite consistent. It's probably the third series is where Frank finally, because obviously Frank's in the second and he builds his character. But in the third, his character's like established and he starts coming in a bit more. I feel like that's like the best season. I feel like just Frank. I feel like I watched most of it just for Frank's, but obviously like Charlie's second best.
Yeah, hands down.
But yeah, third season just because obviously every character's kind of developed on then. So I'd give it to that one.
Well, you can't. I'm not letting you count the Trash Man one because you've already said that one is your favourite sub episode with Danny DeVito. But any other episode, what would you say is your favourite one?
Well, I don't want to pick another one that's focused on just Frank because.
But you can pick one that's like focused on the group as overall. Because a lot of the episodes are fully like split between every single character.
It's the therapist one when they go to therapy because every character gets a look in on that one. I feel like it's very even on that one. But you get obviously all their backstory. Wait, you don't get all the backstories, but definitely Frank's about the home and being the frog kid.
Frog kid.
He's a bit with the peanuts, man. He's like,
when he's telling to, he doesn't like therapists. He hates them. You're not going to break me. And next week he breaks instantly. Like, no, you've done it. You've done it. You unzipped me.
She had no lips. She wore a plastic bag as a helmet.
I like the water park one though. When he says he's got AIDS.
Yeah, and they get stuck in the water.
Obviously, yeah, D and fucking Matt get stuck in the water slide. Dennis is trying to teach that kid to thieve properly, and Charlie Charlie and fucking Frank are basically saying they've got AIDS so they can get them water slides quicker. And there's that whole water slide that hasn't even been like put in water. It's just playing, and they're like, "Oh, we want to go down this."
Bottle of water. He just puts a bottle of water on.
It's when he goes down, and he just shows like the long shot of him sliding down, and all you hear is him just screaming. All you hear is as he's sliding down. It's like, Charlie, and he lands in the pool and he gets down. His back's just pissing of blood. He's like, ah, and all those kids like, that guy's got AIDS, and they'll die about the pool.
It's the best shot though when he comes out the pool because he just like emerges like God's pool.
Oh, I fucking love that one. Oh, I like the one when he's first person. That one's good.
Oh, the first person one, yeah. When he's like getting the carpet and he's just not listening to him.
And he's takes the drugs in the bathroom. And starts going crazy.
He goes to the medicine cabinet.
Starts just ransacking the entire apartment.
Isn't like a funeral going on at the apartment? He's just bursting or something.
Yeah, I think so. It's like I think it's like a family gathering.
What, it's like a way?
Yeah, it's something like that. I think of what's her name, isn't it? Dee's friend. Who ends up becoming Danny DeVito's no strings attached relationship every now and again.
I forget her name. I'm trying to remember it now.
It's
like with an E, doesn't it? I can't think.
I don't know,
and
she's like a psychic, wasn't she, early on? And then she
yeah,
became like
like, and then she's like introduced. When she introduced, is she the psychic, or is she the one when she's like, was it wrestling episode?
no, I think it's before the wrestling one she's
Yeah,
introduced. Very,
she might be introduced psychic, and then
yeah, it's very early on, and then obviously eventually it goes in further and further. It's just a good show. What else have I got here? Okay. You've pitched it to me before, so it should be easy. If you, how would you pitch this show to others?
oh my god, I feel like why I pitched it to you is just like absolute mayhem of a show. Like every episode's so stupid. But also, yeah, it's my favorite thing of where like you don't really need to watch a previous episode. You can jump in anywhere as long as you know the characters. It makes sense.
Unless it's like a two-part episode, because there's that
Oh
one.
yeah,
They're on the boat.
the ship, that one, yeah.
That's a two-part, so you sort of have to then.
To be fair, it's not one of them shows which I really like skip episodes. The only one I really go back to is like obviously the Nightman one's amazing, the water slide, and then the wrestling one. That's the three I always jump back to watch. But other than that, I feel like I watch it all the way through. But yeah, it's just how like much to get away with. I think I just said to you like to get away with way too much, but like that's what draws me in. Also, the amount of times I've told you about stupid shit that goes on, like with on at the zoo and Frank mashes his hands up.
I still need to watch that one. I still need to watch that one.
Like he's just trying to piss off the gorilla, and in the end, smashes his own hands on the thing.
I think one episode that you did sell me on like quite a bit was the fucking the Making a Murder episode.
Oh, the Making a Murder with Dennis.
Dennis has murdered that Catwoman.
Yeah, and he's just sat there for like, is it like 2 hours? Like
He's
blinking.
Yeah, and then he's just staring at the camera. It's how it's built up. It's like, oh, this guy's actually really nice. But then I rolled back the footage and I saw this. It's like,
and then in the end, I find out like Mac and Charlie have been trying to like set him up almost because they want like the friend to be like a murderer. Yeah, that's a good episode. That's definitely one to sell on.
And the one, what was the one you tried to sell me on before? I think it's the wedding one, the Ponderosa wedding.
Oh, the Boyle one.
Yeah.
The mill.
Yeah, and they'll get really like zombified. And Dennis is spending the entire time trying to get her son the divorce papers. And Lakesmith is just pounding her.
It's when he walks in and she's got like a tit job and he's like, whoa.
And then Lakesmith is like got no shine. He's just like
restrained. Just like, hey, Dennis, man.
Oh. Okay then, so obviously because they're doing more series of this, what would you like to see in the future series? Like what sort of maybe plots or ideas might you want to see?
Oh my god. What haven't they done so
I think
far?
if they've gone to the zoo, they need to go to an aquarium or something. That'd be funny.
Yeah, an aquarium would be quite funny. There's so many.
Frank's there swimming in the fucking the water. Wow, there's a wild there's a seal in there. Walrus, yes.
I don't really know if they do. There's some. I mean, every time they bring out a new season, there's something that I think I would never think of. You know what I mean? Like the woman in the convenience store as well.
Oh,
and they keep getting like, the different like scenarios, and in the end just run off.
Or
like,
the woman that got electrocuted, and then every time they look in the mirror, they're actually black.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And it's like a musical episode.
When they're stuck out of Dennis's car and the police think they're breaking it. You're like, oh, so this is what it's like.
Yeah, that one. I do think aquarium one would be good.
Every like season, man, they're just like top the last one or like just something worse. But obviously, with everything going on, I feel like it's gonna be defo hard to top some of the episodes. Now,
yeah, because they're gonna have to try and focus probably a lot of it within just the pub and like the local areas, aren't they?
It is good though. Like, there's gonna be some way they're gonna just like they could do more vacation ones, you know, like with Rumham. Like,
yeah. Oh, Rumham.
Rumham. No, I'm sure if they change location a few times, it'll be fine. Like, I feel that's the only thing.
Yeah, like set it up the entire episode in that one location.
I feel like they did a lot of it in the later seasons. They changed location, but obviously the early ones, it's all in the pub, obviously budget wise and everything. So,
but when they got the big budget in later on,
yeah, it's like going all out. Literally celebrities in it. Like,
I was gonna say, there's loads of celebrities in it. Obviously, you had the late Roddy Piper. He was in it. Trying to think who else was in it.
You got a lot of like the Philadelphia football team and everything in there. Yeah,
I think Alex said he read on IMDb Dolph Lundgren's in one of the later episodes.
I feel like he's in.
I think he's in apparently the last series they did.
I'm trying to think of. I swear there's someone famous who plays the movie that they like. that they go cinema for. Isn't like a famous guy plays him?
Oh, I can't remember.
What's the film that they go and watch, like Thunder Gun or something?
Oh, the one on the journey in the car, and they keep jumping out the car and leave Dennis by himself.
Yeah, and cinema.
He ends up getting that woman. He just picks up because he crashed into a car, or she crashed into his car or something like that.
And the one when they're in the sewers and tries to like hold you close to the ceiling.
And then fucking Frank's on the that boat that he's nicked. He's at the boat.
Just, like,
the coppers pick him up.
Behind.
Yeah, and they get all the way to the placenta man. He's in the police station. He's causing a bomb threat on them. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Thunder Gun. I'm pretty sure the guy who plays that, he's like quite famous, but I can't think of what he's been in.
That might have been Dolph Lundgren in that one. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these sort of comedy shows, you do end up finding they always do grab like a celebrity or two here and there, just to like
a few cameos.
Yeah, what was Workaholics? That's another one that did that a lot. That had like people like I think Ben Stiller was in an episode of that. Jack Black. Dolph Lundgren was definitely in an episode of that. I remember because the whole episode was based on them trying to see him, and he got pissed off at the end, started swearing his mate off, going, "Oh fuck Dolph Lundgren, I hate him." And he's just standing there in his hospital room. He's like, "Oh, he's like Rocky fight." He's like Rocky 4 sucked. He's just standing there going. But yeah, you always find with these sort of like sitcom style comedy type shows, they always get someone big every now and again. Even if it's like someone like big from like back in the day, like Roddy Piper was big back in obviously the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. But it was still a big name. Obviously, I instantly spotted. Was like, huh, Roddy Piper.
Got to put them in. I feel like obviously they get some of their fans coming to watch it as well. People who follow them. So.
What else have I got here? Here's an interesting idea for you. How would you like to see the show end? Like, obviously, because eventually it'll come to an end, eventually down the line.
God.
But what would you think would be like a really good ending?
Dennis kills everyone and himself. Like, that's like the only ending that's going to be good. Like,
what?
Dennis is insane. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if you end up killing Dee or something. Like, just out of nowhere, just end up strangling her.
The fuck?
How many times has he like just like said stuff like, "I'm gonna put you in a tiny box on my like mantelpiece"? Like,
fuck me, you went there with that ending.
Either that or like they've got to die. I feel like that's got to be like an explosive end. It's like it's got to be insane. Like if they're not insane, then they can't have like a happy ending noise. And it's got to be something.
The whole pub blows up. Frank blows the whole pub up
or something.
Yeah, the entire episode, Frank's just trying to cover up the fact there's a gas leak or something, and right at the end, someone lights something. He's like, "Uh-oh," and it just blows up.
Everyone just dies.
Wasn't like a gas leak? Wasn't that like one of the early episodes of Frank in? It wasn't like It was like they made out over the road. There's a gas leak, or something, but in the end, it was actually them just blowing up the building. Wasn't that a plot point in like an early episode?
God, I can't think if it was.
That's why they like blew up the building opposite because the guy was like, "Oh, I own this stretch of land here. It includes your pub."
Oh, it might.
Yeah. And they lit it on fire, and they're like, "Oh, it turns out it was just a gas leak." And he's like, "Yeah, just a gas leak."
They got the one as well when they set Dee on fire.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The cats.
We'll save you.
Like, we'll save the cats. Sets herself on fire. Then they trap her down a well at one point as well.
Yeah, I think they did. That episode's insane. I feel like every episode is just like out to get. Other than D-Day, that's a good one.
Okay, so what would you improve in the show to basically make it even better for you?
God, I don't think it can get better. I feel like if I'd say if any improvement, it'd just make it worse because I feel like everything's so good. Obviously, I wish they could go back to the early seasons and just improve the quality of the camera because obviously the quality is so low because of how long ago it was done or whatever. But that'd be the only thing. Like if they could like remaster or HD, and that'd be like pretty good. Other than that, oh god, it's pretty perfect to be honest.
I'll save that one for a bit. I'm trying to think of something else I could say. It's not on my list because I've pretty much gone through most of them, or we've just said them in the discussion. Rank the characters.
What the main cast?
The main cast, rank them from best to like not worst, but like least favorite because obviously they're all good in their own way.
All right, Frank's obviously number one.
Yeah.
Then it's got to be Charlie.
Yeah.
And then it's definitely a toss up between Mac and Dennis because there's some good episodes in Mac, some with Dennis. I feel like I put Dennis slightly above because I feel like Mac only really comes out into his main character like later on, especially when he fully comes out as being gay. That's like the best. And then Dee's obviously bottom, but they make her be the worst character. They make her annoying, so. And just throw Cricket in there. Cricket's got to be above D, actually. Cricket's pretty good. Every time he makes an appearance, he's just like doing
Fucking
some random
parkour shit.
like talking about like giving dogs blowjobs and stuff. He's trying to negotiate with him, and he's like, "Oh, we've got to give a dog a blowjob." Like, "Oh, stop mentioning that!" Like,
doesn't he think he's on a date at one point in one of the episodes? No, it's not like an entire episode about him, if I remember correctly. And he thinks he's on a date with some like really hot woman, but it turns out it's just a dog. Because she's got his collar.
Yeah,
She's got his
I think
collar on,
so.
which is obviously the symbol of the dog.
Yeah,
the dog's got
yeah,
the collar
yeah.
on, and at the end he's there making out with the dog, and his brother comes in and is like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Some stupid
Because it turns
shit,
out he's
man.
actually he went to the bathroom at the pub and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to take the drugs." He chucked them away, but reality he took the drugs.
He took the drugs, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Fucking Cricket. I like the one when he's in the wrestling episode though, when they're trying to make him like a terrorist for some reason.
He's got the pocket sand. Like,
Yeah, he keeps throwing sand at everyone, and then fucking didn't he cut one like the throats or something like that?
No, Frank comes in, throws a bin at him, and he cuts his throat.
That was it. He has his throat cut. Yeah, that was it. Frank throws the bin at him, and he's got the food, and he's like, he's
I'm
like,
pretty sure Cricket like absolutely batters D there. Like he's pretty sure he walks
Yeah.
in just like batters her.
he punched it, and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa!" And then obviously the three of them dressed as fucking birds. Because it wasn't the episode they're gonna get trained by Piper. Obviously, he plays like the maniac in this. Wasn't this the one when they're gonna get trained by him, but when they go outside, he's getting arrested?
Oh
like,
no,
oh,
he's
shit.
meant to be the one fighting, isn't he? Like he's meant to be the one wrestling for him.
Oh,
but then
that's
in the
it,
end
yeah.
he gets arrested, so
Yeah,
they have
that's
to
it.
go and do it themselves.
And they're dressed as the fucking what they call themselves? The Hawks or something like that. The Eagles.
Eagles.
But like, really, there's a really like shit outfit, and they keep fucking get obviously pocket sanded. Everyone doesn't fucking Mac run away in that one? Doesn't fucking Charlie
Yeah,
and Dennis get pocket
Mac's
sanded?
like, oh
And
yeah,
Matt
I'm not
bolts
doing
and,
this.
yeah, and he fucks
seen
off and
one
leaves it. Yeah, that's it. I remember that. That was funny. That was.
It's like the intro song as well.
Yeah, because obviously, I think Dee's the first one to take Dennis. She gets busted open, didn't she?
Yeah,
That's why the others
He's
like,
gonna get
whoa.
bad.
And then obviously, I think Chai then goes in, and then gets pocket sanded.
Yeah, and
And I think Dennis
does the
goes
same
in,
thing.
gets pockets, and obviously then fucking Mac just fucks up, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm the best around here," and then he gets fucking trash manned.
And then Frank walks in. It's
So-
the bit at the end when he's looking around and he's
it's when he's like, it's the bit that gets me. He goes, "Oh, sorry, Cricket. Oh man, there must have been an edge on that." There's like gushing of blood, just dying on the floor. He's like looking around, and everyone's just like really quiet, and he just raises his arms, as he's saying. And the next minute, fucking Hulk Hogan's theme song just kicks in. Everyone's like cheering like hell at him. And they're all getting really happy. He's like, "Man, I told them this is real."
it's an oldest line now on the floor.
Yeah,
And
they're
he's
all
just like-
holding their faces and whatnot.
It's just a good end to the episode. Like,
It's a good show entirely, to be fair, which brings me to my last question. Out of 5, what would you give it?
5. Gotta be a 5. I can't give it any less than a 5. It does everything that I've ever wanted. Like, I'm really bad with TV series. You know, like I've
Yeah.
like watched how many. I'm like, I'm done. And I feel like the only ones that I've sat through fully is obviously like I've watched all of them up to the last 2 seasons because I didn't come out in the UK till recently. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I've watched all them up to the ones that come out in the UK. But that's literally about it. So it's really hard to find a series that I like. So I've got to give it 5 because it's keep me entertained. So
100% agree there, actually. I 100% agree. If it was out of 10, I'd be giving it a 10.
yeah, give it 100. There you go.
100, 1,000, a million. It'll go all the way because like it is such a good show, and I regret not watching it when you told me. See, weren't you like pitching the show to me for like almost 2 years?
Like since I started work, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 2 years.
You were constantly saying, "No, you should watch this Dandy videos," and I was just like, "Oh, I'll get around to it eventually. I'll get around to it." And then I was like, eventually, I think it was like when I was last off, wasn't it? Like before I was off last, I think it was. I was like,
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I showed you the video of the
rest-
making a murder one, and then you was like, "Oh, okay, I'll give that a
I
watch."
think you showed me a few clips, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a watch. And I started with the first series, and went. I think that was the one that took me the longest to get through, because I sort of was doing it like occasionally watching.
Yeah,
But then I watched the fucking first Denny video, and that was it. I went for all the way through to like series. I think series 10 or 11. I got 2 in the end before
hey, you
I
done had
stopped.
2 weeks, man.
I'm like that sometimes. If I fucking find something, and they're only 20-minute episodes, They're
Yeah,
literally
sure.
20-minute episodes like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They're so easy to get through, and they're always entertaining. I think the only one I didn't really like, but that's because they all did the plot once, which was the plane one. Now when they did they
Yeah,
did the
the
booze one.
drinking one.
Did it twice, didn't they? I did. There was some aspects of the second one I did like. The one when it's just focused on Dino, the gang. There's some aspects that I do like, especially Frank in the toilets banging everyone who tries to come
Yeah.
through. That's good. But I just don't like the fact they just did the exact same plot again. It was just repetitive.
Yeah, I think that was the only one that have really done the same thing twice. But
Other than that, I've got no quarrels with it. It's a fucking amazing show, and it's one that, I think we can both agree here. We recommend highly.
yeah, I'd recommend it 100%. Every time I introduce someone or meet someone, I'm like, you watch the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, also that. Always, you got Brooklyn Nine-Nine on my mind now. Always Sunny, that's one thing. I'm like, yeah, you watched Always Sunny, and if they say yeah, it's like, okay, their humor's got to be good. They felt like a humor set. If you don't know it, and
Yeah.
if you know someone who's like, oh, I don't like you, you're like, okay, I don't trust you anymore.
I think that pretty much covers everything I need to ask you, sir. And it's gone quite dark now. I need to turn my light on in a minute.
What's going on?
It's called The Outside Looks Dark and Dreary. Yours looks bright. Mine doesn't. Mine definitely
It's down
doesn't.
the road.
Doesn't matter. It can be bright down yours. It can be dark down mine's. Dark down mine's. Bright down yours. So that covers everything. So that's it for Let's Chat About this month. Thanks for joining me, Connor. Very
worries.
interesting chat we had. Next month, I believe it should be Alex for episode. Technically, it's episode 2 if it's series 2. Technically, I think I might do it like that because then I can always go back to those and add to them later if I get more people on. So yeah, so I don't know what he's going to talk about. We'll find something with him at some point that we'll talk about. Probably won't be as back and forth as me and you hope, maybe, but
Hopefully.
it depends what he chooses. If he chooses something, I'm just like, I've never heard of this. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'll be like, yep. Oh. So until then, like, subscribe, all that bullcrap. Say hi to Connor.
Peace out. I haven't got no socials at the minute. Only got Twitch and I don't even stream.
Till then.